Hey, what's going on YouTube? Riot is releasing another champion in patch 12.4 and her name is Renata Glasc. This champion is designed to fit into the bot lane as an enchanter type support and could prove to be a staple pick in the current meta. Being a support main myself, I logged into the PBE to playtest her and see if she would fit well into my champion pool. In this video, I'll be giving you a rundown of her abilities by providing a comparison between Renata's abilities and other existing support champions' abilities. Renata's passive is similar to the Imperial Mandate passive, where she marks champions with her auto attack, dealing extra magic damage, which can be procced by an ally champion dealing another dose of magic damage based on the enemy's max health. During PBE testing, I didn't really get a chance to utilize her passive extensively, as her base auto attack speed is only 0.625, which is definitely on the lower side when it comes to attack speed. Although I didn't really notice her passive being a major factor, I would expect it to become a vital part of her kit once she reaches live servers in order to deal maximum damage in teamfights. Renata's Q is a slow moving missile which roots the first enemy hit. You can then recast the Q to pull the enemy a small distance in any direction, stunning them if it is thrown into an enemy champion. This ability is somewhat similar to the pull mechanic that Swain has in order to reposition incoming enemies. Because of the slow missile speed, however, I found it difficult to land if the enemy wasn't initially movement impaired, as the skill shot is super easy to dodge. It's slower than a typical hook from a Blitzcrank or Nautilus, but faster than the missile speed of a Morgana Binding or Zyra Root. The most noticeable portion of this ability was its much shorter range compared to all the types of hooks I just described. Using this ability felt much more similar to a Nami bubble in the sense that it can be difficult to land without any initial movement impairment, and the relatively short range. I wouldn't want to use this ability to engage unless I was certain it would land, as this is your only hard CC basic ability in your kit. Renata's W is a super unique ability if used at the perfect time. It's a small steroid boost of attack speed and movement speed for ally champions, similar to a Lulu W and a E combined, but has a 26-second base cooldown. The reason why it is super unique, however, is that if an ally dies during its effect, they become a zombie for 3 seconds and can revive back to 35% HP if they get a takedown while they are a zombie. Overall, I'd say this ability is harder to use optimally than a Zilean ultimate, since not only does your ally have to die within 5 seconds, they have to then get a takedown within the next 3 seconds in order to get the revive passive. It can be tricky, but if you manage to pull it off in game, it feels super rewarding. Renata's E is her bread and butter basic ability. It is similar to a Lux shield and E ability mixed into one, where allies near and in front of her get a small shield. Additionally, enemies in the line of the missiles are also dealt damage while being slowed. The missile speed of this ability is reasonable, going faster than Renata's Q, but the problem I noticed with this ability is that it's also very short range. It only travels a distance of 800, which again mimics Nami's overall kit of being short range. You can't use it to really poke enemies from too far away, meaning you need to position yourself close enough for your effects to actually apply. Lastly, Renata's R is Hostile Takeover, which sends a slow-moving wave of chemicals causing all enemies in the area of effect to attack each other. I wouldn't say you can use this ability to instantly kill targets, but instead it can be used as more of a strong peeling ability. There is no base magic damage with this ability, meaning it really scales based on how strong your enemy is. The speed of the wave of chemicals is somewhere between a Maokai and a Nami ult. The one important factor here is the cast time takes 0.75 seconds. Compare this with Nami and Maokai's ultimates that take only 0.5 seconds to cast, and even Sona's ultimate of 0.25 seconds to cast. Do note that you can buffer your R with flash if you want to speed up the cast time of your ultimate, while it fires from where you land after your flash. My one wish for this ability is if they scaled the duration of the ultimate a little bit differently from 1.25 to 2.25 seconds to instead 1.5 to 2 seconds. Lastly, I actually don't think she's as mana hungry as people set her out to be. Yes, her abilities do have high mana costs, but she isn't your typical spamming enchanter support. Your W ability has a 26-second cooldown, so you won't be constantly using this ability. Her Q ability should only be used in certain follow-up engages or to disengage an incoming enemy, so you won't be constantly using this ability either. This leaves only her E ability to be used in laning phase, which even then can be difficult to use since it is such a short range ability. Alright, so those are my initial thoughts on her after playing on the PBE. I'll likely be releasing a short guide on her best build and runes once she is released on the live server. If you don't want to miss that upcoming video, please consider subscribing. And of course, if you found this content useful, why not hit that like button? It really does help. If you have any thoughts you'd like to share on Renata Glasc, Please let me know in the comments below.
Untiltable. Untiltable. Streamers. Untiltable. Untiltable.
That's gonna be, fascinating transition.